name is Myra Menta, and today I'll be discussing my organizational cultural presentation, and that is on Fitness 19. Now, Fitness 19 is a gym located here in Oxnard, and I've been working with the company for the past 3.5 years. I am a certified personal trainer and a certified nutritionist, and what started off as a habit ended up becoming a passion to helping others. Now, over the course of the years, I picked up new skills. I learned, I've kind of gone through new experiences with new individuals, clients, and just really their overall lifestyle. Now, when I first started, I won't lie, I didn't have all the tools, I didn't have all the answers, but one thing that Fitness 19 did really well on is establishing, their identity and making sure that uh, no worker was left behind. And what I mean by that is that through their five key elements of values, organizational identity, leadership, communication skills, and rights and rituals, I was able to navigate my clients and make sure that I execute their programs from day in and day out. Now, starting with the first value, which is their values, is they are very heavy on a gym built for you. So as soon as you walk in, you are greeted by the front desk, and this is sort of a way to make sure that every individual feels welcome. Now, when you first start off a gym, we already know it's intimidating, and what we try to do is establish a environment where you sort of already feel like, okay, the front desk already greeted me, and you sort of go in feeling like if there's any doubts or any questions, we are the people to come to. Now, for their gym identity, they are big on drop everything attitude. Now, what this means is if whether a trainer or a salesperson is, not busy with the task, or if they're busy with the task, it's to make sure that we drop whatever we're doing to assist the member. And this is a way to help, members feel heard, make sure that we understand their concerns to make sure that they have a positive experience in this gym. Now, the other core value would be leadership. When it comes to leadership, my manager is great at making sure that the overall work culture is staying on top of task, making sure that we are, programming programs for our clients. And as a top trainer at this gym, I came to realize that my manager sort of allowed me to kind of oversee most of the trainers in a way where we sort of have a system set in place for our clients. And what I mean by that is that, through the years, I have learned, through trial and errors, but one thing that I feel like has stood out, and the reason why I have became a top trainer at my gym, was through the key elements that we had followed through in our gym. Now, it is a real thing when we say like we do a drop everything attitude. Now, there have been times where I was in off the clock, and I had members come up to me, just genuinely curious about what workout I was doing, or if I can assist them with a specific machine. And to me, I love helping people. I would not mind that, if somebody was to come and tell me, hey, I need a little bit of guidance on this, I would immediately stop what I was doing and go assist the member. And to me, that tells me that, the gym has a very big emphasis on really helping these individuals. Now, as far as communication skills go, when we are working with our client, I am a big believer that no plan is going to work until you listen to your client. So, what I mean by that is if your client has a concern, if they have a goal set in mind, or if they need adjustments on their meal plans, their workout plans, it is upon ourselves to make sure that we're establishing a long-term goal to be able to get them there. And throughout the course of being there as a trainer, I have come to realize that most of the trainers working there have come to me and really told me, how do we navigate in a situation like this? And through systems, I've realized that we can help navigate the individual to where we want them to, but we have to make sure that we also understand their perspective. And a lot of the times when trainers start and they're guiding their client, they sort of think, I know what's best for the client. Sure, we might know what's best for the client, but we also have to understand what their day-to-day life looks like outside of our training sessions. Um, Now, with that comes routines and traditions, right? So, with our routines and traditions, what we like to do is have a system set in place for every individual and every client. We use a app that allows clients to navigate their workout program, their nutritional plan, along with their macros to make sure that this plan is actually working for them. Now, we might have workouts structured from Monday through Friday or Monday through Wednesday, just depending on the days that fulfills, this client's needs. What does this client's day-to-day look like? What are their work hours allow for this individual to come into the gym? And we do this to make sure that we put a priority on themselves.